Hello, welcome back in my Inside the Guitar series. Today we've got Fender made in Mexico, classic 50's lacquer series. It comes with a tweed case. This is the guitar that I bought just after the new series lacquer had begun. It was in 2013. Today we're in 2018. I got it 6 years for 6 years. And we're gonna check how does it change aged for this period of time. To tell the truth, in the beginning I was playing it for maybe 3 or 4 years very extensively, almost every day, and also I was touring a bit with it. So you will find, because you know that this guitar has nitro finish, so you can see how does it age if there's some checking. So I thought it would be a great idea because today I'm gonna change the strings. Also, I will show you the issues which I had in this guitar. This guitar generally is all original. The only thing that I made for this was a small routing, just to get a quicker access to the truss rod adjustment. Yes, uh, so now I'm gonna remove the strings and I will show you how does it look inside. Okay, thank you and see you in a second. So here we are after quick removing the strings. So now I'm gonna show you the wear before cleaning it up and before taking the neck off and pickguard. Okay, so basically the wear which you will find is of course on the fingerboard, and you can see it just here. As I said, I am the first owner of this guitar. In 2013 I got some money and I was looking for Fender, which would with age also wear nicely. And at the first look you can see too many differences. You can see some chips and chunks. Here you can find a bit of checking also. Telling the truth, the fun begins when you flip it over. And here you can find a big chip which was made with my belt. Okay, of course the body of the guitar is made of Adler. The back plate of the guitar was also took off on the first day when I got it. I just don't have any back plates in any of my Strats, especially in her tail ones. Just joking. That was the first guitar that I bought from this series. The second one was the Telecaster, which I think some of you have seen before. So now I'm gonna remove the pickguard and I will show you how does the inside looks. Also, I've got a reason why I'm removing it, because the volume pot is making some noise, so I gotta clean it up. Okay, so we'll see you in a second. Okay, welcome back. So now we are removing the pickguard. Last time I removed it, it was in 2013. As you can see, the wires has the plastic isolation, and that's the main difference with American vintage series, because they've got the wool and waxed wires. Yes, and also the pickups had the black part is made of plastic, which is also which isn't vintage correct. Yes, also the 5-way switch is the cheaper one. It looks vintagey, but this one probably was made in China, because most of the guitars from Mexico or Mexico as you call it. Most of the parts, or some of the parts, are made in China, so you can buy this kind of switch on AliExpress and or something like that. How do I know this? Because in the American Vintage series, you also have the Telecaster from this series on my channel. You can find there a spring. Also, the 3 or 5-way switches are made with some more kind of a greenish uh, plastic, or I don't know how do you call it. The spot is more like green and much lighter. Okay. The thing that is exactly the same, I think, are the pots. These are the CTS pots. You will find the same ones in USA made guitars. Okay, so that's how the inside looks. It's got some extra routings, code number. It's got also a hole beneath it, famous worm route. And as I always put here some messages about when this guitar was open, which I'll try to show you in a second if I can take it back. So give me a second, please. Okay, so this guitar the last time was opened on the 23rd of December 2013. So now we're gonna add the date from today. It's the 21st of September 2019. Now the thing that I'm gonna do with the volume pot, I'm gonna just put here some contact spray, and I will check if it changed anything. Also at the pickup you cannot find any date. The only thing you can find here is the number 1, I think, and number 3, or maybe the letter E. I guess it's number 3. Okay. So I guess that before 2010 they stopped putting the stamps with the date on the pickguard. Also, I'd like to, before I start checking the pot, I want to show you the routing of the input jack. You can also, as you've seen before, you've got some rust dust. That's thanks to my sweat, I guess. So that also aged very nicely. Also the screws of the pickguard, especially the ones that are here in the close, when my hand meets the screws, are corroded a lot. Also you've got some rust here on the bridge. The issue with the bridge is that the strings are pulling too hardly. I think I will have to loosen up them a bit and screw down the tremolo block, because it loosened a bit, I think. Tell the truth, I don't use it too much, so that's basically not an issue for me. Okay, so in a second we will try to remove the neck. Okay, so as you find out, I already removed the screws. As you can see, the neck is fitted so well, and it was actually took off only one time, so it still sticks to the guitar. Okay, so here you've got the neck plate, also the paint which stayed on this neck plate. And the thing that I didn't show you before, that classic 50's series, this guitar came in candy apple red color, and it's got a golden undercoat, so that's just as it was in 50's. Okay, so now I'll try to remove the neck, and I will show you the neck date, which is very interesting. Okay, I got it. And as you would expect, you've got some markings here. LQ, I guess it's for lacquer series. SE63 or something like that. Also the code number. And the thing that I want to show you is the date. So this guitar was made on the Valentine's Day, 14th of February 2013. Really nice date, especially that this guitar is made in a candy apple red color, so that suits it, I think, really well, this date. Also, as far as I remember, the body of the guitar, yes, was also made on the 14th of February, so also the Valentine's Day. So the body and the neck were made on the same day. On the same day. You also got some kind of numbers here, and also the hole in the neck pocket, which Mexican guitars have, which all of Mexican guitars have. So once again, I try to show you some kind of wear this guitar has. You can see lots of wear near the pick guard. That's the place where I put my picks. I put my pick or two. I remember that on the beginning I was putting it more like here, so you can also see somewhere here. Also, I noticed the break on the pick guard, and it's up here near this screw. Okay, and I think that's the only break you can find in this guitar. When I want to adjust the neck, I was adjusting it through this 6 years. I was adjusting it maybe only 3 times. I just lowered the neck pickup, and I was just do what I have to do. And now one more time, I'll try to show you the neck, the wear on the neck. Which I earned during this period. Okay, so here we go. As you should see, there is some wear on the first fret. It's still before cleaning it up. I will show you the wear once again after cleaning it up in a few seconds. Still moving forward. As some of you maybe read about this guitar has the nitro flash coat, but it's still got a poly undercoat. I didn't know that before I bought it. I found it out years later. I don't know if that's the truth, but probably also the American Vintage series has a poly undercoat. Only custom shop made Fenders have only nitro lacquer and no poly undercoat. So I think, as you spotted, there is some kind of wear. Also, I'd like to show you the back of the neck. At the back you can't see too much wear here, but on the headstocks, I found some chipping last year next to the tuning keys. So as far as you can find it here, this one chips, and the last one beneath here. As I spoke to the luthier, it's a common thing with nitro lacquered necks, so it's not a big deal. Also, the serial number says that this guitar was made in 2013 on Valentine's Day. So as many of you probably heard this, Fender discontinued this series this year. Classic series. I saw today that still some brand new classic 50s lacquer guitars you can find on eBay and Reverb, but I think that this can be the last ones. So if you want this guitar, you really have to hurry up, because probably with some time these guitars will go much more expensive, maybe like made in Japan guitars. I think that this guitar could be a nice investment. As I bought it in 2013, the only color from in the 50s period was only candy apple red, and I think 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, also they added sunburst one with maple neck, which I really wanted to buy, but I don't want to have two guitars from this one series. Actually, I'm handing on a 56 American vintage now, so maybe in some time I will show you also this one. If you want to check this guitar, you can find it and hear it on my YouTube channel. I recorded it before, I think 2 times. So check the videos, and in a second I will show you the guitar cleaned up, okay? Okay, the last shot after cleaning it up a bit. So you can see a lot of wear next to the pickguard, also some hits here. The only checking I found this guitar, and it's also hard to tell if it's a checking, it's here. Also the neck pocket. Excuse me, the fingerboard, yeah. So. If you've got any questions about this guitar, leave the comment in the section below. Also, if you like the video, please click the thumb up. If you didn't like it, please the thumb down. And please subscribe to the channel, and see you sometime later. Have a kick-ass day. Goodbye.